Hey everybody, I'm meteorologist Gavin Sandell. Well, Snow Squall Awareness Week just came to an end in Pennsylvania. It's observed every year, and it's a reminder for those in the Keystone State to know how to prepare and act in the event of one. You might not know what it is, but it has to do with a familiar face, low pressure. And it's not something that we see that's similar to lake effect snow, where it comes off of the lakes from a low pressure system due to winds, but this actually comes from a cold front due to low pressure. Think of it as the cold season equivalent to thunderstorm squalls. And this can be a very, very big impact to people, especially those that are driving on the roads, just because those things can be so sudden. So, like I said, it's a sudden onset, and it's an intense burst of snow and wind. Emphasis on the snow, because you can have no snowfall, and in just a couple of minutes, you can have snowfall rates of 2 to maybe 3 or 4 inches per hour. These conditions and visibility goes down, way down, almost to zero, what we call whiteout conditions, and everything from just standing there, even on the roads, it can get very, very bad very quickly. And I want to mention the roads too, because if you're just driving, it looks just like a thunderstorm. It looks like pretty nice skies, even up to 20, 10, even less than 10 minutes before the onset of a snow squall. But then once you start to see the snowfall coming on the horizon, it gets to you very quickly, and the snow just arrives, and just like that, the roads can get really slick, and the visibility drops down to almost zero. So it's very hard to see cars ahead of you, and this is something that we see all the time on all the major highways when there are snow squalls, these big pileups, because people aren't taking the necessary safety precautions in order to avoid those snow squalls. So New York and Pennsylvania over to Youngstown's east are the big hotspots for snow squall warnings. They were invented by the National Weather Service in 2018, and per year, there's about just north of 40 in that area. There's just 4 per year in Ohio, but we see most of this in the eastern corner in about our neighborhood in Youngstown. And the hotspot of these snow squall warnings is about in this area between New York and Pennsylvania. But note that lots of the cities that are big popular centers, like Philadelphia, New York, Boston, even Buffalo, Youngstown, they're not really in the big area, but a lot of the highways are. I-80, I-81, I-79, just to name a few, even I-99 in Pennsylvania, and that's where we see the biggest impacts, because it really is a big detriment to drivers, because this is something that you really need to take a lot of precautions on when you are trying to drive. So if you are going out on the roads during a snow squall, you need to delay your travel, because this can have a major impact, and even if you delay your travel, you might just delay it by about 30 minutes. That's how long it takes for snow squalls to come and go. Also, if you are traveling, I would recommend you either stop or exit ASAP, because this is something that you do not want to take with just a grain of salt. And if it does happen, the inevitable, if you are in a crash, the worst place to be is that zone where you just crashed, the back of the pileup. If you are in that case, you either want to move as far up as you can in the pileup, or if there's nothing else you could do, just exit your car and get as far away from the crash as possible. So even though this is just a really small thing, this is something that you really need to take seriously in our area. So though it was just Awareness Week, snow squalls can happen at any time during the cold season, so it's always best to stay prepared and keep alerts on your phone. For Weather 101, I'm Gavin Sandell.